Hi, my name is Kenji Amada. I'm here on behalf of Bike Concord. We are interviewing the 2016 candidates for Concord City Council. And with me here is Pablo Benavente, one of the candidates. And Pablo, why don't you tell us a little about what you'd like to accomplish if elected to City Council?
Yes, well, thank you for inviting me, first of all, to do this little forum on YouTube. And so I'm running for Concord City Council because I see a wonderful opportunity to represent the underrepresented community, the people of color, and people who don't have a voice currently in the City Council. I'm also running because we have the reuse project, the Concord Naval Weapon Stations, which is going to create add 26,000 people to the city of Concord. And so not only that, but we have an opportunity to bring more economic development, such as not just another McDonald's, but also bring high-paying jobs, livable wages, not just low-wage jobs like retail, which is still brings some tax dollars in, but we want high-paying jobs too. Also, when talking about bicycles, we need to remove more cars from the streets, and we need to, how do we do that? We do that by making transportation better, having more bike lanes, encouraging people to carpool, encouraging people to take the bus. And so I want to make Concord better than it already is, not have two Concords, which is a concern right now with citizens of Concord, that there are two Concords. And so what can we do to bring Concord together? So maybe exploring one of those options can be bringing the farmers market, switching it, Monument another day at the Clayton Valley neighborhood, and switching in between neighborhoods within Concord. Also, I want to see diversity in the city of Concord. So that's why I'm running, and I hope I can answer some questions. Thank you.
How much do you bicycle personally, and for what purposes?
I do bicycle quite a lot. I use the Iron Horse Trail. I start at the the start, which is I think next to, is it Nissan? I can't believe, one of the dealerships. And then we go all the way to Danville and then bicycle back. It's more recreational because I must admit I'm quite scared to take Clayton Road where I live all the way down to Bart or anywhere. So I wish there was a bicycle lane there so I can bike more, especially to Bart. So if I have to commute to my office in Oakland, I would like to take my bicycle, but there are no bicycle lines currently.
What's your experience with local transportation issues? What problems do you see and what solutions do you favor?
I haven't seen any government board that does transportation, but I used to take the bus when I used to go to college, commuting to CSU East Bay and public transportation. And I do see that we can improve our transportation system here in Concord by having more bike lanes. Also, now we also have in the buses the bike rack. So that's also a good idea, but what if you want to take the bike all the way to the BART station? So I don't have governance board, or I sit on a government board that does transportation, but I'll be more than willing to learn in the future.
How large a part do you think bicycling can play in Concord's transportation system?
It can play a big part. Like I said, with the new buses having bicycle systems to go within change the bus stop to bus stop, but I do think, especially with the Concord Naval Weapon Stations, we should have some bicycle lanes. In San Francisco they have them, they seem to be working, but we need to make sure that we don't one of my friends died in San Francisco with a bicycle accident, but we need to make sure that bicyclists are safe too, and we also promote awareness for bicyclists. So when you get off the car, you look behind to make sure that they're, sometimes they park with the bicycle is right next to it, there's a parking spot, to make sure to look back, and so that you don't hit somebody while you open the door. So going forward, I think with the Concord Naval Weapon Station and what we have right now, we can add bicycle lanes.
Bike Concord's vision for our city is one in which there are safe, reasonably direct bicycle routes between all points in Concord and not just some routes. Do you support this as an unconditional goal, or do you see it as a second priority behind facilitating motor traffic movement?
I do support it. I do support having more bike lanes. And what was the second part of it?
It's whether you support the vision of making sure that we can bicycle between any points in Concord
Absolutely.
as a goal, even a higher priority than moving motor traffic if necessary.
Yes, I'm a huge environmentalist. I've been endorsed by the Sierra Club too. And one of our goals when they ask me is like, what can you do to remove cars from the street? Is like, well, we can have bike lines. I haven't seen any other than just close to Los Santos, I believe is there one?
We have some on Detroit Avenue now.
Detroit,
buffer bike lanes
yeah.
that were just added.
Oh, yes. Going to Costco. I've seen
Right,
that,
yeah.
But I haven't seen many, and I think we need to encourage people to have more. And also, so get people out. We have beautiful weather here in Concord, especially. So get them out and to take a bicycle to the store or something like that.
How do you intend to connect the reuse area to the rest of the city?
Well, when talking about building bicycle lanes, we could connect the ones that we hopefully implement, or the city council implementing right now, to the reuse project, the Concord Naval Weapons Station, so that they all connect, and there's easy ways for people to transport. It's another option for transportation, and like I said, removing cars from the street.
Funding for construction and especially maintenance of bicycle and pedestrian facilities can be difficult to find. What new sources of funding for Concord would you be willing to explore?
I will be willing to explore a measure. Right now we have Measure X, we have Measure RR. Some goes to the city for funding for city pavements, and I think we should look in ways of incorporating bicycle lanes to maintain the bicycle lanes.
Would you be willing to participate in a tour of Concord so you could be shown potential locations of bicycle and pedestrian improvements that have been identified by the community?
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time, Pablo.
No, thank you for your time, and thank you for everyone who's looking at this video.